It was 2 in the morning. The city outside was quiet, almost asleep, and the only sound in my room was the soft hum of my computer. I decided to hop on Minecraft, specifically my old private survival server. Only a few friends and I had access, but nobody had been on in weeks. When I loaded into the world, the silence hit me immediately. No chat messages, no movement, no other players online. At least, that's what I thought. I pressed the tab key to check the player list. My name was there, and so was one other Shadow. 47. I stared at the screen, a little confused. The list said Shadow_47 had been online for 3 days straight. 72 hours, nobody stays online that long. I figured it had to be a glitch. Maybe someone just left their game running. I shrugged it off and started walking towards spawn. The path was exactly as I remembered it. The same torches lit the way, and the houses my friends and I built looked completely untouched. Nothing seemed out of place, but I couldn't shake this weird feeling, like someone was watching me. You know that feeling you get in a single-player world, where you're alone, but it doesn't quite feel like it. I checked the player list again. Shadow_47 was still online. Still no messages in chat. No sounds. Nothing. I typed a simple hello in the chat. In the chat. My message appeared, but the silence that followed was deafening. Seconds turned into minutes. Still nothing. I decided to walk around spawn, looking at our old builds. Everything was normal, until I saw it. A door, a simple wooden door, attached to the side of the main spawn building. I stopped dead in my tracks. That door was never there before. I knew every single block around spawn. I helped build this place, and that door, it definitely did not belong. Slowly, cautiously, I walked towards it. The door was slightly ajar. I peeked inside and saw a small, dark room made of stone, with no torches to light it. I stepped in. As my eyes adjusted to the darkness, I saw a chest in the corner. My cursor hovered over it for a second before I clicked. Inside, there was only one item. Asen. I took it out and placed it on the ground to read it. 4 words were written on it. I never left. A chill shot down my spine. I frantically looked around the tiny room, but no one was there. I checked the player list again. Shadow 47, still online. My heart started to pound in my chest. Okay, I whispered to my empty room. This is getting really weird. And then I heard it. Footsteps right behind me. That unmistakable crunching sound of someone walking in Minecraft. I spun around instantly. Nothing. The room was empty. I quickly stepped back outside. The spawn area looked the same. Quiet. Still. But then I noticed something else that made my blood run cold. My house, which was about 40 blocks away, had its door wide open. Primera, Fros. I always close my doors, especially on servers. I started walking toward my house, each step feeling heavier than the last. My eyes darting back to the player list every few seconds. Shadow_47. Still online. Still silent. When I got to my house, I looked inside. Nothing was missing. Everything was in its place. My bed, my furnace, my storage chests. But the door was wide open. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement. Far away, near the line of trees behind my house. It was a player, standing perfectly still, just watching me. The distance made it impossible to see the skin clearly. Just the familiar shape of a player. Not moving, not jumping, just staring. Step by step, the distance between us shrank. The player didn't move an inch. And then, something happened that made my stomach drop. After what felt like an eternity, I cautiously opened Minecraft again. It had to be a prank, right? One of my friends messing with me. I rejoined the server. The world loaded, and I was back at spawn. Everything looked normal. The strange door was gone. The stone room, the chest, the sign. It was all gone, as if it never existed. I checked my house. The door was closed, just how I'd left it days ago. I opened the player list. I was the only one online, just me. I stood there for a while, trying to convince myself it was all just a weird bug, or my imagination running wild. I decided I'd had enough for one night and went to quit the game. But before the screen faded to the main menu, I checked the player list one last time. It was still empty. But then, for just a fraction of a second, as the world disappeared. A new message appeared at the bottom of the screen. Shadow_47 joined the game.